but there are things that everybody does. See, what happens, we don't think about our gifts because it comes natural to us, right? As far as being able to listen to someone, and they just spill their guts whenever they talk to you. That's a gift. But people like something like that, people miss out, so they devalue themselves. But I think we have to, and another thing about God, if you look through the scripture, he always refers to people as far as how he sees them and how they're going to be, not how they see themselves. Like he would tell somebody who doesn't have any kids, you're the father of many nations. What? I don't have any kids. So I think that's my take on hope, purpose, and hope I didn't go too deep.
No, not at all. I think there's a lot of beauty in that, the way you said it too, because you're right. I mean, that self-confidence to believe in yourself, that's hard. Like we talked about it before, right? It's hard to believe in yourself, to have the confidence, to take the chances, to all that. When you feel like there is this presence that's with you, God, some people view it as different things, that's fine. But there is this presence that does believe in you, that does say you do have a purpose. There's something in that, even if you don't know what that is yet, just that confidence. You know what makes me think of? It's a stupid analogy, but I think of this sometimes. Like, we used to take multiple choice tests in school. What I always loved about multiple choice tests is, even if I didn't know the answer, I was like, the answer's there. So I have this confidence, at least, that like it's there. I mean, I can maybe figure it out somehow. It's not like where you have to fill in the blank, where it's like, it could be anything. It's almost like that in a weird way, where it's like, it's there. I haven't found it yet, but I know it's there and I have a chance to get to it. That's kind of the purpose that God, I think, brings to us, to give us that confidence. And there's a beauty in that, because there's a lot of darkness in the world, and it's easy for a lot of people to go negative for a lot of good reasons. And that thing is the one thing maybe that pulls us out and pulls us back, right?
You have to think about it this way. Okay. So you have kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think about myself. So if I have a purpose for my son, I said, son, I want you to go here and accomplish this. I'm going to give him what he needs to get there, right? I'm going to give him the equipment. I'm going to give him the resources. I'm going to give him the support to make sure he gets there. I'm not going to just leave him out there on his own to figure it out. So I think that's, if you look at it from that vantage point, how would you do your son, and how would, God, the creator, I think he looks at us the exact same way, and at an even more at a higher level.
So without getting too deep, like you said, as we're coming towards the end here, what about people, and you might coach some people like this, or maybe you just know some people who are like, not me though, man, not me, Eric. Like I don't have what I need, whether it be life circumstance, the family they were born into, the situation, right? Horrible things have happened, whatever it is. What do you think for those people? Is it still that, like, or even some people that, go back, that were in the Holocaust, that were in all different horrible situations? That's where I think some people struggle with God, is they say, but what about them? Like whoever didn't give them the tools. Does that ever make you question the faith at all, or question it? How do you reconcile that in your mind?
No, I mean, I think you have to focus on your purpose. And if you try to go to you don't really know the full picture. You don't really know the full story of what they were dealing with, or what positive things. So I think rather than do the comparison, I think what I try to do with people that go that negative is really get them in a habit of focusing on the wins, and focusing on, and I also provide counter examples. Like I provide people that say, well, my town is different. Oh no, I can't do that because of the limits. There's somebody I know that's in that town that's just crushing it. So if you have a counter example of someone who's in the same difficult situation as you, with the same challenges, and they're still able to make it happen, the question is, why not you? Why, what's different? Why is he able to have this same exact challenge and still be able to overcome?
Yeah, it makes me think of your analogy a little bit. Like if you were sending your son on a mission somewhere, you give him all the tools. It's kind of like, I think in some ways with life, it's like, you don't recognize it. You don't know what that tool does yet. It takes time for you to realize. You might have the tools, you might have what you need, but you don't know it yet. You haven't realized it. You haven't figured out how all this stuff works and put it together in a way. I think that you said it before, that optimistic way of looking at it is extreme. That mindset is so powerful.